All right, all right, all right. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Still a Nation? This is Derek from my favorite NFL player calls me dad. That's an inside joke. I always get that wrong the first two or three times. But yo, to my side is 85 Slim as always. What's up, man?
Salute. What's good,
Salute,
man?
salute. Yo. Um, I want to apologize to you and to our fans and to our audience. The episode we did earlier last week, my mic for some reason was defaulted to the uh the webcam mic or something. So it sounded like I was like in a gym or something like that. I tried everything to fix it. Just wouldn't work, man. Trial and error. But definitely want to apologize to y'all for not keeping the content coming. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the new subscribers, to salute to everyone that's viewing the channel. Got a lot to talk about, man. From my last episode, we talked about, well, the one that we didn't upload, we talked about our experience when we went to the Jags game. That was an awesome experience, like words can't even describe. More importantly, you know what I'm saying? I got to see my man, my ace Boone Coon, you know what I mean? And it was great to experience it with friends. Salute to John. We didn't get that L, we didn't get that W, but you know what I'm saying? I still think we learned a lot from that game, and that's going to fast forward us to what we are going to talk about today. What were your thoughts about the experience in Pittsburgh?
Oh
So many
man.
people to shout out, man. So many people to shout out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that last episode uh just didn't go off because we really went off on that episode. So, but yeah, what were your thoughts and experiences?
Oh man. I'ma always say shouts to Pittsburgh. I love the city. I always want to go back. I love the atmosphere. I love the fact that the fans are engaged with the team.
Mm,
Um, I love everything about even the food. Yo, the food is fire. Carson
yep,
Street, fire.
man, man.
Um, at the end of the day, it's a beautiful city. I'm just grateful to even be here witnessing what's taking place right now. So
Yeah,
shout to Pittsburgh.
definitely shout out to Pittsburgh, man. Thank y'all for the hospitality. Our sponsor, BA Trading PGH. We stopped by there. If I was a little bit more prepared, I'll show photos of them. But definitely go to the IG page. BA Trading is right there. You see it. Definitely when you're in Pittsburgh, check them out, man. They're in the district, and it's mom's got her shop and pops got his shop. You know what I'm saying? And their daughter, she's awesome. Shout out to you, girl. She runs their social media, and they just always show us love, and always show Jalen love. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, if I was prepared, actually I could do it, huh? I could like get the picture. Well, it's on my phone, so I have to upload it to the computer and all that shit. But I want to, show a picture of him when he was wearing Jalen's jacket and stuff. I mean, his vest. He was working. He's working. You know what I'm saying? And he got a vest, still his vest with 30 on the side and Jalen's print on the back. Jalen's picture on the back. So that was a humbling experience, And Jalen was able to go by there too. So it was great for them to finally meet him and, get pictures with him. I gotta definitely upload those. We will be more active. But with all that said, man, it was a great experience, and I'm grateful for it. And what was the game after that? Was it the Titans?
The Titans game. Yeah, the Titans game right after the
Okay.
Jags.
All right. Titans game, I'm glad we got that W, you know what I'm saying? It was at home. We got the running game started, I mean, there's still things to learn from there. You know what I'm saying? That will fast forward us to what we're going to
Hold
talk about
on.
today.
Au contraire, mon frère. I believe the running game was started against Baltimore
Mm.
when, we got that little sexy ass, excuse my French, but we got that hurdle. And
Yeah,
that hurdle
yeah.
was done by Mr. 3K.
That's the crazy
Everybody
thing,
doing the
bro.
hurdle now. If you notice, you see everybody trying to jump over everybody.
I
Najee
ain't noticed
started it.
that,
I can't
man.
front.
Like
Najee
I'm
started it.
telling you, man. Like that's my favorite NFL player. I don't really watch any of the games unless it's his. Kind of, sort of. I watch games that's enticing. You know what I mean? But if we're playing them, that if we're playing that team or whatever, like a division game. But I feel you. I ain't really noticed that. That's
Right.
what's up.
Yeah, let them
But
be.
it's crazy, man. I was talking to my daughters yesterday, and it's like, it's crazy how like this is the Jalen we know. Like we've always seen this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's nothing new under the sun for us. So I mean, but it's beautiful to see him do it on this level. You know what I'm saying? But it's just so real, man. It's surreal. It's surreal.
The world gets to see. Yo, I love it now because now, as we move forward into the next game, uh, I don't even want to elaborate on it till we talk about the next game. So let's talk about the next game, and then I'll get back to my thought process.
Well, we got that dub with the Titans. Shit. Okay, and we played the Packers after that. You know what I'm saying? It opened up more. You know what I mean? And shout out to you, 30 man. I see you, boy. We see you. We see you.
Hmm.
Make sure y'all check out the IG page, the fan page, Mr. 3K dot official fan page. If you didn't know, Jalen set the record in Utah for the most yards. Um, uh, made in one season. One season, he got 3,099 yards. And just a side note on that, right? They was undefeated that year. They won the championship. That was 2016. They was undefeated that year, and they won the championship 2015. But 2016, he didn't even play like I think they played. Yeah, they played 16 games. I think 13 of those was like regular season. Like 7 of those games, those 13 games, he didn't even play the second quarter. I would be pissed, y'all. Like I want to see him.
Wow.
He didn't even play the second quarter, y'all. So he probably could have got, yeah, it's he definitely would have got more than 3,000. But that's how he got the name Mr. 3K. You know what I'm saying? But we see you, boy. We see you. Keep doing your thing. Keep staying healthy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Najee too. Y'all stay healthy, man. Cause they ain't gonna want to tackle y'all once it's getting cold. Speaking of which,
Mm.
you should book your next flight and come here for the weekend or something.
To Utah?
Yeah, enjoy this snow. We got our first snow today.
Oh yeah, that's awesome that you say that. Being that I'm in Florida, I
Yeah.
mean, it's real awesome. First thing I was
So that's
thinking of, like,
awesome.
man, who do they play in Utah? That was the first thing I was thinking, like, does Pittsburgh play the Utah team? And I started thinking, damn, does Utah even have a team? I'm like, wait a minute, we're not talking about basketball, but why would I go there? It's not even, yeah, it is basketball season. Now, if Utah Jazz is playing my New York Knicks, we got a deal.
Okay, okay. I don't
We got
even
a
really
deal.
go to jazz games like that, but
Hey,
that'll work. That'll
that'd
work.
be that'd be my first reason would be to see my brother, which is you. My second reason will have to be a game. Because other
Word.
than that, I don't see no other reason to come to Utah.
You wanna come here to hike?
Nah, we don't hike in Florida. We got water and stuff.
You'll love it, man. You'll love it.
Got tropical trees, everything, man.
But yeah,
Oh,
uh-huh.
I want to give a shout out to the Black and Gold Club, yo. You
Word.
know,
Shout out to the Black and Gold Club.
Black
Check
and
the
Gold
IG out.
Club, man. Check out the IG. They every Sunday, literally for the last 30 years, they've been having the Pittsburgh Steelers games in Tampa, Florida.
Mm,
Um, I don't know if the 30 years was literally at this pub, but the pub that they do it at now in Tampa is called O'Brien's. So O'Brien's in Tampa. If you guys are
O'Brien. Shout out
ever
to O'Brien's.
Yeah, if you guys are ever in Tampa, Florida for the weekend, and if there's a Pittsburgh Steelers game going on, make sure you go to O'Brien's and say what's up to the Black and Gold Club. They
Let
are
them know
so
we
lit.
sent you too.
Yeah, let them know we sent you because they so lit, man. They
Yeah,
lit.
yeah. It looks like a vibe there with their pictures. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? When they show their pictures, look like it's a dope place to
yeah, I'll
chill
be
and
checking it out.
definitely watch a Steelers game.
Oh yeah, for
What's
sure.
the vibe like when we losing?
Uh, it's a real bad vibe when we losing. To be honest with you, as we get into what was the next game after the Titans?
Packers,
Okay, the Packers game. Um, I'm gonna let you elaborate on that real quick because it's so much to talk about.
no doubt, no doubt.
It's so much to talk about, and you got to understand my experiences going there, and
Oh yeah, to
I
Pittsburgh.
haven't. No, not to
Oh,
Pittsburgh,
yeah.
to the O'Briens, because you asked
Okay, we
me
gotta touch on
what's
your
the vibe
experience
like.
going to Pittsburgh too.
Yeah, yeah,
But what did you just say about O'Brien's?
yeah, I mean, it's just the way they do things, and I don't know, it's just so much to coincide with.
What's
I
up with
don't
the
wanna give
food?
away the goods right now
What's
because
up with the food?
the food is good. Oh yeah, the food is real good. Waitresses are very nice.
Mm,
Um, and people are dedicated. It was people that would what that was there last year, and I used to wear the jersey all the time. And they say, "Hey man, you know, you must be affiliated or you must know him somehow."
mm,
And I used to tell him last year, man, hey man, if he gets the ball, he's gonna definitely fight for the team. That's what he does. He's special. And I used to look these people in the eyes and I would say, look, I know it sounds cliche, I know it sounds crazy, but he's the next Barry Sanders. I used to say that all the time about J3K. And my experience came from in college on my birthday when I think it was the first game at OSU. And I was like, oh man, it's gonna be something different with this kid. And now, now I don't think I have to elaborate on that anymore. I think the world, like they're comparing him to Marshall Falk. There was a guy, man, who the heck said it might I want you to play that clip too whenever as we move forward. But I think it was him. It might have been somebody else if I'm not mistaken, but they compared him to Marshall Falk. I literally forgot about Marshall Falk, bro.
I forgot about Marshall Falk too. I was about to.
Shouts to you, bro. Respect. If you see this, if you ever watch this, one of the toughest, greatest running backs out there, man, during his time. And to move on, like to go to that level, I know somebody's gonna mention Barry one day. There's just so much more to come now that things. And again, I don't want to move too far in front of the show, but there's so again, there's so much to talk about. I don't want to give up the goods right now, but we know what it is. You know what I mean? If you're feeling the Pittsburgh vibe, if you know we are about 48 hours from pretty much the first game of the season, in my opinion. We're 48 hours from a new offense, literally.
You-
And I wouldn't say a new offense.
mm.
I wouldn't say a new offense. I'm saying we're 48 hours from, I believe, to see what we know what this offense can do. I think we're 48 hours from that moment. You know what I mean? And as we recording this, the day after Thanksgiving is what I'm saying. This is Black Friday, and whenever you guys see this, hopefully it'll be before the game. But
I'm gonna try to upload it tonight.
yeah, you know. But then again, you know, people might watch it next week.
Oh
You
yeah,
never
yeah,
know.
no
You know
doubt,
what
no
I'm
doubt.
saying? So at the end of the day, my point is, you know, again, I don't want to move too far in front of the game, but there's a lot to talk about.
No
So much.
doubt. I love it. I love it. So the Packers game, it was dope to see because when Jalen got his offer to D1, it was to Utah State, and Jordan Love was the quarterback at that time. That was Jalen's junior year, and it was cool to see them connect for a little bit. Jalen wasn't starting at that time, um, but for them to make it in this league and play with each other. I'm sorry, I'm watching these Marshall Falk videos, these highlights. Let me stop
Mm,
it. You're right. I forgot about Marshall Falk, yo.
yeah, man. He's a bad dude.
Yeah. But it was good to see them two go, head to head, or even just see each other again. Being that they played at Utah State, you wouldn't think of. Well, I mean, Utah State produced great players, but what I'm saying is, like, when you hear Utah State, you wouldn't think of a quarterback and running back really coming out from there. And so for them to both make it and kind of see each other and play against each other, that was cool for me to see. I don't even know if they got pictures together, but Jordan's nice, man. I forgot that he was even at Green Bay. I think he been there for like 3 years. And so this is first year starting, right? Was it last? No, it was this year.
Yeah, it was this year.
So, he almost, he almost, what I'm saying, brought him back. But I'm glad we was able to prevail.
Mm,
I'm glad Jalen scored on that game. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just dope to see them two play again.
mm.
Your thoughts on that game? I mean, I'm happy we won. You know what I'm saying? We could go into detail about all that game and the Titans
Well,
game, but we got the
what I
dub.
mean is, again, that game, the running game showed up again. That game, I'm gonna just say that. Um, Again, the running game showed up. My thing to you is, what was the relationship like with Jordan and Jalen in Utah? Do you remember that at all?
I do. It wasn't like they was buddies. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
But they played together, so maybe it was a rivalry for them too. I don't know.
that's what you know. And
You know what I mean?
when
Like I I I
I
mean,
sent you a
thinking
message that
back,
day.
I could probably remember some shit. You know what I mean? But again, Jalen, was doing his thing on the team. You know what I'm saying? So he was helping the team. I don't know if that was what was up. I know a lot of people didn't expect him to make it this far once he got to Utah State because he didn't even play that much. I mean, he did, just like now. He just made the most of his opportunities. But now that you asked that question, nah, it ain't like they were buddies and shit.
Yeah,
But
and
what was I can't remember the text you sent.
I sent you a text and I said he's gonna have his best game.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I mean? The reason I sent that text is because I don't, this is alleged. I felt that there was a little animosity towards each other,
Possibly.
and I thought it was like, oh man, the way he ran that day was like, I'm going to win this game.
Mm,
And the way Jordan Love played was like, I gotta win this game too. Like
yeah,
they both, if you individually take their performances, they were the best on each team.
yeah, I can see that.
You see
I
what I'm
can see
saying?
that. Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
And Jordan, phenomenal. I mean, I can't say nothing about Green Bay's passing game during that game. It showed up that week.
It had to be in
Um,
their mind though.
yeah, it was good.
It had to
Um,
be in their mind, you know what I'm saying? Like if that was me and you know what I'm saying? If I was Jordan Love and you were Jalen,
mhm,
yo, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't forget that shit. So it had
yeah,
to be something like, yeah, I can't let this motherfucker win. So
but I could play devil's advocate too, and I could look at it like, yo, imagine if they was together right now.
mm,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
that'd be dope too.
yeah, but we can move forward.
That
You
would
know,
be dope too. I ain't think about that.
yeah, you know,
Like I always told Jalen to embrace the moment. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of big moments in his life, and I always told him to embrace it. You know what I'm saying? He's
yeah,
never been the one to shy away from big games, if that makes sense. Like
right,
it's just amazing to me. Like back to LaSalle when he upset LaSalle, you had 2 touchdowns against LaSalle when East went to Cali, and you know what I'm saying. Like LaSalle hasn't been beat on their home field in 50 years.
hmm,
You know what I'm saying? And that was a big game, man. That was a huge game. All right, so but yeah, that we got that dub, and that is what mattered. Again, we could probably talk about Kenny, talk about the O line, talk about the defense. I'm sure some things happened in there that we could, but we're just going to fast forward for the sake of time. And the next game was the Browns. Yeah,
the next game was the Browns.
I'll let you have the floor.
The Browns. Okay, I seen that game. I was at O'Brien's, back to O'Brien's Black and Gold Club. Every time I went to that place, I mean, Matt Canada would come on the screen, and it was booze and loud boo every time they showed his face in a restaurant, mind you, big screens like a movie, everything is beautiful. I go, I'm hyped. It's a big game. It's against Cleveland, and I'm watching and I'm looking at these plays. The first thing, Kenny was woken up. I mean, literally, as soon as he touched the ball, Cleveland let Kenny know where he was. Like Cleveland said, "You are in Cleveland, Ohio." It was the first play, and he was sitting in their end zone, sitting on the paint.
Granted, we had whack ass field position, but go ahead.
That's what beat us. The field position beat us that
I think
entire game.
that's yeah, that set the tone.
That set the tone. But Kennedy's face, man, it hurt me. That's my twin brother, man. That's Kenny. You know what I'm saying? It hurt me to see him laid on his back. Like, what the heck just happened? He,
um, also, I noticed that play when you mentioned it. I went back and the guy that let his man beat him helped him up.
yeah,
Come on, man, you got to do
yeah,
better. But
bro. Wait till you. And I want you to really play that clip if we got time. Hopefully you will. I still believe in Kenny Pickett. I know we should have won. We should have won this game. I could talk to any Pittsburgh Steelers fan right now and they would agree. Why didn't we win that game? I don't know. What I can say is those play calls were terrible. Terrible. Now, mind you, yes, you have to execute some plays. Doesn't matter. You might not want to do it. It has to be some type of execution. I totally agree with you. But let's just be logical for a second. If you're an individual in this situation, number one, the response to me is you're not supposed to be afraid in this game. I get it. But at the same time, you are also aware that you are franchise. You are also aware that you can't get hurt. You are also aware that you have to avoid that part by any means necessary.
hmm,
So if these guys are just allowed to come in and try to hurt you, you have the right to be some type of, a little bit leery of that, especially if it continues to happen. So when you go back and you watch the tape, yeah, Kenny made bad throws. But let's go back to the pressure. You don't make bad throws if you're in the pocket and you know your guys got you. Tom Brady was comfortable because he knew he had a protection around him. So he can be more accurate than somebody trying to take your head off. My ribs are bruised. There's so many things that we can look at. But I'm not blaming Kenny. I'm not going to blame. Now we're going to see because Canada's gone. I know it had a lot to do with that, and I'm not going to say Kenny didn't have a little bit to do with it. Yes, he made some bad throws, but if I feel that if he's under pressure and if he feels every time he snaps the ball, you could go back to the snaps. Kenny's catching the snap way over here to the right. He got to focus on that, and he got to worry about who's taking his head off, and he's got to worry about the route. Okay, he might not scan the field as much as we would like. Let's go back to the man Canada scenario. Maybe Canada's telling him to throw it to this guy.
that's what I heard. That Canada, like he just was focused on that first read, and that's kind of how he was being coached. So
There's a lot of things we got to look at. We can't blame Kenny. If we go back to Kenny's play in college, Totally different Kenny. Do we
Right.
ever compare that?
I seen a podcast once where they were saying like the stuff that he does in college, that's what, like you said, when you get scared, he resorts back to those old habits. That's why he's like rolling and twisting. He's not stepping in the pocket kind of thing. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? They say he's better when he's like mobile. So they
Well,
say he's better because that's kind of how I've never seen any of his college highlights, but they said when he was in college he was mobile a lot. He wasn't really in the pocket.
yeah, man. I mean, I never really. I'm gonna go back and watch his college highlights. I just believe in the kid because I just see the fire in his eyes, man. I see that he wants to win.
Yeah, I give it to him. He's tough, you know what I mean? And I believe in him too. Um in knowing that that's the way he was coached was to read one side of the field, or you know what I'm saying, like just make his first read. Um I think with better coaching, he'll improve. So we got him the rest of this year. I heard, shout out to the homies podcast again. I heard them was saying, I think it's Shannon. I think I could be wrong. I think it is Shannon. Man, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, he was saying that Pickett has the rest of the 7 games to prove, and then I think Big G, the brother that holds up the signs, he was saying that he thinks Kenny has 2 games to show. So either way, we still with him next year, but hopefully, you know, those type of things start to improve this year, and then next year they get a better coach, I guess, that can work with them and teach them how to read the field. Because I think if he knew how to read the field more better, he would make better passes. But if that's the case, if he is just focused on that one receiver who the play goes to, not worrying or caring about what the defense is running, then that might not ride with us for a long time. We might can't what I'm saying, ride that wave. So I believe it. I believe that he's smart enough to start doing that. I mean, he has to know he's not doing that, right? Like I saw the pass at the end of the game, like Deontay was wide open in the cross in the middle. Wide open, bro. I mean, like wide. That's an understatement. So I don't know. I just do hope it improves because he does have the heart. But now, you know what I'm saying, we just gotta have his efficiency match that, you know? I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Like I said, this is gonna prove a lot because uh, the new OC, I always see him talking to Jalen and Najee, no matter what clip, video. So I know he has a relationship with the backfield. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, he understands the power of the play action. The power of the play action with the running game the Pittsburgh Steelers has, it's going to be devastating when it's utilized correctly. And you got to remember the 1-2 punch with Naj and Jay is a threat.
Mhm.
No matter how you decoy it, the play action is going to be effective and it's going to open up a lot for Kenny. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised though. I mean, I don't know if
The,
surprised is the
the
right word, but
Pittsburgh
they
Steelers,
ain't do it a lot, like,
right? I was
especially the
getting ready to say, listen, the Pittsburgh Steelers don't do play action.
well, that was
You,
under Matt Canada? Well, yeah, you talking about currently. Yeah, 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 yeah. I
that's
thought you
my
just meant,
point.
like, culturally or something, like, yeah.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. I mean, you don't see it. You probably seen play action twice this whole season. If you're the opposition, you know this. You know it. If they line up like this, they giving it to Najee. They don't do play action. If it so happens to be a play action, make sure we got a safety over here. But that ain't gonna be a play action. We could run the blitz. And Najee's not gonna cut back. They're gonna try to go right up the gut. Look where he's lined up. Look how tight they are. Only time it works, I told you when we was in Pittsburgh. The only time it works is when they sweep and when they give it to 3-0. Anytime the sweep, they call that sweep because I don't like the jet sweep. First off, it's probably one of the worst plays ever. I understand where they're going with it.
So, okay, real quick, not to cut you off. Well, just to interject real quick, a question. Do you think going forward we'll see the jet sweep anymore?
No,
Or the rest of the year?
hell no. I think we're gonna see more play action. I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see a running game out of this world. I think we're gonna see old school football, Pittsburgh. Yeah, we're gonna see old school Steeler. We're gonna see old school football in general because here's the thing, right? This is a long game. There's no reason to come out trying to be Superman, going to the air all the time. Run it,
But we
run
gotta
it
get the
again.
run. We gotta get that passing game started, though. We gotta
I
get it.
got you, but the only way to do it is to get the running game started. That's my point.
Some
With
say
the
it's not the only. Well, some say I should say.
bro,
Some
listen, I'm
say that you don't need the running game to get a play action pass off
some say
or be
my
successful.
some say my booty hole. Excuse pause.
I'm just
Whatever
saying, bro.
family may
Like
say.
it's kind of subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's true that you probably do have to get a running game started to
Tell you something,
get a play action pass off. But some say you don't need to get an effective running game or need an effective running game to, get a play action pass off or say complete one.
let me tell you something, man.
So I agree with you. Like, that would definitely make it more high percentage pass, right? But what the dude was saying is like linebackers been trained since they was in high school to stop, not stop, but be or look for it at least, or kind of react to. I should say react to it. React to it. I should say react to it. So even if you did do it, they're gonna think it's a run for like a half a second or a second. So you know what I mean? Um,
A half a
we just
second.
need to do it more. I feel you. We need to do it more.
And let me explain how powerful the Pittsburgh Steelers running game. This is what I'm talking about, right? The way Warren is running is the biggest threat. Number one, we he doesn't run to be elusive. He runs to run you over. He runs to and people ain't see too much of that. So and whoever's watching, whatever you guys see when he's blocking, all you gotta do is put the ball in his hand. It's the same thing. So with that in mind, there's an individual that has to be focused on him at all times. Whatever individual that is, whatever his position is, there's one guy in the lineup that has to be focused on that one individual. When he's in, coach say, make sure you get him. Everybody else still got to try to tackle him too, right? But there is one guy that's assigned to the number 3-0. And I don't care if he's banging your head in every time he touches the ball, whether it's 2 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, 10 yards. And you got to continue to tackle him through the course of this 4 hour game. The play action is going to be detrimental because they don't want the smoke. There's a time frame of the pain that starts to set in when you're trying to tackle this kid. And that's old school football. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. And just like Thurman Thomas, just like you know, Bettis used to run like that. Like you don't want to tackle these dudes in the third quarter. So you praying they don't get the ball.
Yo,
I'm telling you, and when that ball is snapped and it's the third quarter and Kenny go like this to give it to Jalen, they gonna be like, oh man, and he gonna fake it, and they gonna be so tired, like oh, and it's gonna be a whole
I
different
feel
vibe,
you.
bro.
I feel you. I
I'm
co-sign that.
telling you, man.
I
That's
co-sign
how
that.
we
It
gotta
is. I
play,
mean, yeah, the timing. Yeah, I agree with that.
bro.
Um, but it's crazy. It's not crazy, but I've always felt he was really built for this, man. Like, when he first started playing, he kind of hated his size because he wanted to play on the line because he was playing with the other poly kids, and the other poly kids were big, yo. Like what I'm
Right,
saying. I mean, he was big too. You know what I'm saying. You could tell with poly, but I mean, like he wanted to play on the line or a linebacker. He played
right.
linebacker one year. He did good too. He loved the tackle, but they had him at running back. Always had him at running back, and so um, the first year he played, he was 8, and the team that he played against was like a AAU team, and so
Right.
Granger was like a just local kids team, and we was losing, but he did a kick return. I think it was probably his first ever kick return, or I mean, he ran one back,
Yeah.
and I was doing the stickers and shit, and I just it was just out of nowhere, man. I just threw the the down signs or whatever. I just threw him down and started running like 60 yards with him beside the line. Go boy, keep going. Yo, it was crazy. But that led to that next year, that same AAU team asked Jalen to be on the team, right?
Mhm.
Because he was the first one that ever did that against their team. And so when he got on their team, they were like 1 to 2 years older than him and
Mm.
bigger. So he's always played against, bigger, faster
Right.
guys. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then he got to high school where he started doing the triple option offense, right?
Mhm.
That's where, at East they did the triple option offense, and he was always the D back that was in the backfield, kind of where the halfback sits or whatever. But he always ran in between the tackles. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Even when he didn't get the ball, he got hit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So he's used to this, bro. Like this is nothing
So
new to
wait a
him.
minute, you said something huge. You said Jalen wanted to be a linebacker and he never wanted to be a running back when he started?
Well, I think he wanted to be linebacker and running back, but he kind of want. I think he wanted to be linebacker more, maybe. Can't remember exactly, but I know he did really want to play linebacker. But they
That's
always kept him at.
crazy.
I mean, he played. I think his second year of playing, he was linebacker. He got some good tackles and stuff, flip dudes. But I think once he started being more of the back and he started being a back,
Mm.
they kept him at back. So and they had a good defense too. So, but yeah, it was cool, man. I always just felt like he was built for this, man. Like I kind of felt I never saw him being in an NFL, but I felt like if he got the opportunity, because I know how he practices. I always told him be the first, not to be the first to um like how you do suicide. You know what suicides are? You know what suicides are,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
running back and forth
Yeah,
shit.
so I was always not when I was playing high school basketball, like I wasn't trying to be first just to be like bragging rights and shit. Like I really wanted to be first in all that shit to all the drills for myself. And that's something I told him, like, and not even like showing like weakness on the field, and he
Right.
practiced like he plays. So I just knew that as long as he kept doing that, as long as he
Yeah.
had an opportunity somewhere, man, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's just crazy, man. It's like I didn't think he couldn't make it this far or do what he's doing now, but it's crazy to see because I really felt like he's built for this. And I'm gonna tell you something too, man, that I told like my daughters. I think I told Kelly, and I think I actually just recently told my mom, and then I think I told Jalen a while back. So his senior year in 2016, um, he when his sisters moved to Cali, he was doing bad in school. He didn't
Mm.
really care for football. He didn't care for school like that because his sisters were always there,
Right.
practices, everything. You know what I'm saying? And so for him not to have them and his mom not anymore, that kind of shook him up a little bit. So, but that year came back to bite. But he ended up, picking up from that year. But that year came back to bite him his senior year.
Mm.
So, a lot of schools, I guess, didn't trust in him or whatever because he was really doing good. You know what I'm saying, as far as his academics and stuff. So yeah, I just got went through a breakup, and so someone told me to go see this lady named Christina that or recommended that she read cards, do card readings. And I was into I'm into crystals and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, spirituality. So I went to go check her out. I saw her a couple of times before this time, and so Jalen was about to graduate. He ain't had no offers. You know what I'm saying, and so after she would ask me if I had any other questions, and I was like, like I'm curious, like, and had good grades. They was like undefeated that year, right? They was
Mm.
about to win the championship or whatever. He was on the pace for the records for the state, and so I was like, what's going to happen to my son? Like, I'm curious, like, is he going to get any offers or anything, or shit like that? And she put her hand on. I had both my hands on the table. She put her hand on my hand. She was like, "I'm gonna tell you this," and she said she never met Jalen. She like, "I'm gonna tell you this, like the world is gonna know your son's name," and I'm like, "He ain't got no offers," like you know what I'm saying, like he, ain't.
Mm.
But everything she had told me already up to that point was on point. So
Mm.
I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying. I just trust that he's gonna get an opportunity, and that was crazy. I think about that all the time, man. She passed away like 4 years ago, but I think
Damn.
about that all the time, yo. Like she said, the world is gonna know your son's name. And she didn't really know nothing about him. She knew he played football, but you know, she just knew I beamed when I talked about him. But yeah, that's just crazy to me, man.
That's hard.
Yeah, so I got that out. I mean, I never really told a lot of people that, because I'm not like that type of person to brag about shit. Just like Jalen, like we both know that as fast as you can get something, it can get taken away just as fast. You know what I'm saying? So always told him to embrace that moment because you never know. You know what I mean? Like he's had a hellified journey, not hellified. He had a dope journey, man, a dope journey, bro. Like it's just crazy to me how this is unfolding. And but I guess since we putting it out there, what I'm saying, in the universe now, like I mean, I want the world to know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like this is nothing new, man. Like everything he's doing today, he's always done.
Mm.
So, um, yeah. Anything about the Browns game that we didn't cover, or you still want to finish or
We
talk
didn't
about?
we didn't cover a 74-yard touchdown,
Oh, no, 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 no,
which
no, we didn't.
was in my if I can remember correctly, was the only Steeler touchdown in the game.
Mm,
It was
yeah, and
74 yards.
yeah, and Willie Parker had the 75 one in the Super Bowl, so it was cool to
Mm.
see them two cousins having that together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Um,
fire.
One thing I wanted to say is funny to me is like for some reason, well, I guess maybe because I'm in Utah, I'm like 10 seconds behind when I'm watching the game. I watch the live commentary of
Right.
watch parties or whatever, and I typically watch the Still Twins. Shout out to y'all. Y'all crazy, man. Got love for y'all. But y'all show Jalen love and I got love for y'all too. So um I'll be watching them. And oh, by the way, if you're watching this, I'm in the chat. I be in the chat. My name is Vibrate. You know what I'm saying? So whenever they see it and they be reacting to it, and sometimes their chat see it like 20 seconds before them. So it's like I don't want to look at it to give the game away. And so they was talking, and then that play at the second half, like it happened so quick. I was listening to them, and then they was like going crazy. I want to play like a replay of it, a reaction once we
Mm.
start getting rolling on things. Show a little clip of us reacting to it. But I could hear them saying it and reacting to it before it even happened. So man, Ty.
That's
Yo, we
crazy.
needed that one, man. We needed that one. I mean, him, the team, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, but my thing is, why didn't we see him in the second
I was
half.
thinking
What do
that
you
too,
need it
man.
at?
You know me, bro. Like I'm not just looking for him to have great plays or good plays, productive plays. Like I'm looking up how he gets up too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um, you know, I was thinking he was hurt or something, but then I didn't recall and I didn't want to put no bad vibes out there. So I stopped thinking about it. But I did recognize he wasn't in there, even on
yeah.
the
He
third
was
down
chilling.
plays.
I seen him. He was chilling,
Yeah, even
helmet
on the
on,
third down plays.
still on the
Um,
sideline. I'm like, why didn't they put you in? Even
that's
when they
I
put him
assume
in, they didn't throw the ball to him or they didn't hand it off to him. Even he was just in there,
yeah,
and
yeah,
but
I
the
did
play
see him.
wasn't
Yeah,
designed for him.
yeah. So that's a OC call or a head coach call?
Man, I wanted to make a little point regarding that too. And this is my last point about that because again, the proof is gonna be in the pudding come Sunday when it comes to this. But all right, let's say somebody say, "Yo, I want you to do this," and you really don't want to do it, but you got to do it because that's what they telling you to do, and you really want to do it another way because you know that's the way you should do it, but you like, "Fuck it, I got to do it this way," even though you have the opportunity to change the call. The fact that they telling you to do something you really don't want to do is a human reaction to be like, "Oh man, here we go again." You're not motivated to do it again. You're not motivated because you know it didn't work the last time. And that's the body language I receive when they walk up to that line. That's the body language I see. And whoever's involved, when it comes to GP, when it comes to DJ, that's the body language. Like, oh man, we running this again.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So with that body language and that mindset, I'm looking at that like, how you gonna perform like that when you already thinking of failure? You don't want to run this because this is what you're being told to run. So in that little circle, you don't know what's going on. You probably got dudes like, come on, man, that shit ain't, it ain't worked last time. This dude is fast. You don't know nobody knows what's going on in that huddle, man.
I agree. And body language does speak a lot. So,
Speaks
um,
volume.
and now with Eddie Faulkner and Coach Sully, Mike Sullivan, I think it's Mike Sullivan. Yeah. I hear the team responds well to them. So, um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Um, what happens this Sunday as far I mean, I'm not expecting. Well, I mean, I guess new plays would be plays. I hear they have like so many different types of plays. You know what I mean? Other than the ones that Canada was running. So I'm not like expecting new plays, but I'm expecting different sequences of the plays.
Hmm.
And I guess new plays would be including play action. You know what I mean? So
Thank you.
um
Which is huge when you got a mega running game that's literally on fire that you're not using.
yeah, and the O line, seems to be improving. Well, I don't know, man. 65, I think it's Danmore. I think it's Danmore. It's no, it's Danmore. James Daniels is a guard. So
Mm,
Danmore, you know what I mean? Like some was saying put Broderick Jones back on left tackle and put Okorafor, the one that, spoke up, put him back at right tackle and put Dan Moore, the guy that was at left tackle, at left guard, and then put the guy that was at left guard at center.
mm, okay.
Because the guy at left guard has center experience. I mean, I love Mason Cole the center now, but
I
and
mean,
some saying Firemouth was a disappointment this year too. So hopefully to see more of him middle of the field. Um, Mason Cole does make good plays, but he be getting pushed around a lot.
mm,
And like you said, when teams game plan against us, they know
I'm gonna tell you
them
like
don't lie.
this. I'm gonna tell you like this: if we don't see a difference in this offense, we definitely gonna see what the problem is.
I agree.
And well, I know where the flaws aren't. I know where the flaws aren't. My thing is all of our weapons, and I told you this before. When we get all of our weapons in, we will be good. Who don't we have on offense? Is anybody hurt? Is anybody missing right now? Now that Pat came back, who
I
who
don't
are we
think
missing?
so. No, I
I
don't think
think
we're
the
missing
the
anybody.
entire offense is healthy, right?
Hmm.
The Cleveland game wasn't no excuse to score one touchdown. That's all I'm saying. With the opportunities we had, with the opportunities that the defense given us. Yes, field position was an issue, but those play calls was just devastating.
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say we're gonna see a new Steelers offense.
Yeah, we have to.
I agree with you. We're gonna see a new Steelers offense, even though it's the same offense. It's gonna be a new style of our offense, I guess you could say.
And like I told you before, man, you could call me biased, call me whatever. I believe the Pittsburgh Steelers have the best team in football.
I mean, I was just actually just thinking that these brothers I want to kind of show a clip about. Um, they're called Young Brothers Game Plan Live. I think. Let me confirm that. But yeah, that's what they was talking about was what you just said. So I want to show a video with them. Yeah, it's called YB Game Plan. I'm gonna see if I
Yeah, please.
can
I mean, because I know I ain't crazy. You
get
know
it
what I'm
queued
saying?
up.
I just see it. And if shit, you give me the Steelers and a good playbook, watch me run that offense. I can run that offense from the crib.
All right, do you see them?
Yeah,
All right.
I
I
like
like
that
that
dude
dude
Pat,
Pat.
the black
Black
joint.
joint.
Good game. We're gonna get right into these call outs we had yesterday. Dope Bus, your offensive call out was Jalen Warren. What you think he did?
Had an awesome game again, man. I mean, but like my man calling him Bam Bam. Bam Bam was he might as well go ahead and wear
They
the
call
orange
him Bam
cloak and
Bam.
wear the stick, baby.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah,
he is. Now he's a Flintstone out there.
yeah. He
hey,
he 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 go hard, yo.
nine
He goes
carries for
so hard.
129, 9 carries,
He
129
goes so
yards.
hard, man.
Touchdown.
You know what? The numbers ain't even the numbers is impressive. Just his attitude towards football, man. He ain't looking to run outside of. He ain't looking to go out of balance or nothing. He
Mhm.
looking to put them pads on somebody's ass, man.
9 carries. Yeah, nine
Nine
carries
carries.
for 129 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 14.3, and of course, he had that 74-yard touchdown, which was the game changer, I think, for us. I thought the momentum was swung
Mm-hmm.
our way that whole second half after that run. We just didn't capitalize on it, though. So, again, good call
Yeah.
out. Call out. Big Twin.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny, man. They call him Bam Bam, and dude say
Yeah.
he want to put them pants on
I'm
him.
telling you, man. Like I know what it is. Like remember when we went out to eat. We was at I think it what the hell did we eat? Was it Olive Garden? No, Chili's. Was it Chili's that time? We
The
was in
last time,
Oklahoma.
um, you talking about when all of us went, like the girls, and you rented the
Nah,
whip?
no, I don't think the girls were there. It was me, you, your mom, Jalen, John, and Zach.
Oh,
Yeah. Was the girls
nah, I
there?
can't. That was like a local restaurant, I think, wasn't it?
Nah, it was Chili's, bro. Cause
Was it? Oh,
Jalen
okay.
ordered some pasta shit. I think I had some chicken and steak or some shit. But anyway, when he was sitting there, eating and shit, and he had the earring in his ear. And he said, "Yeah, I wear this earring because it lets me know how hard they hitting out there. If they hit me hard, it'll pop out."
Yeah.
So I'm sitting
Yeah,
there
it had the
eating like,
dangly yeah.
I said, "Is he serious or he's being a clown right now?" Because you know how Jay is. He'll just say some shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's serious. Like, he's like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "Yo, you just want the pain or something?" Like, and then that's how he plays. He just likes the contact. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
He's addicted to the contact, and I see that.
Um, yo, when he was small, man, I didn't know, I was a b-ball player. You know what I'm saying? Like I would always take him with me to play ball, him and the girls. I'm that dude that went out of bounds, like would fly out of bounds to save the ball, you know what I'm saying, or dive on the floor, or, fight hard for
Yeah.
the rebound type thing. So I, I feel that tenacity. He already saw that tenacity of like competition type sports. Cause I
Mhm.
played against some real good dudes, man, real good guys. Like I would shout y'all out right now. There's so many of y'all, but y'all know who you are, man. Um, you know what I'm saying? And then so when he started playing football, I would tell him to visualize, himself on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't really start taking basketball serious until after I graduated. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I was always like, damn, I wish I would have been this serious back in high school. You know what I'm saying? I probably would went somewhere. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I just told him to always visualize himself on the field, like vividly, you know what I'm saying? Like smell the dirt, you know what I'm saying? Smell the sweat type shit, you know what I mean? And I
Mhm.
would show him compilation videos of Adrian Peterson, Marshawn Lynch. And I probably showed him some Barry Sanders videos, you know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
we would always watch those, always. Cause I ain't
Mhm.
really had no advice on
Right.
football, you know what I mean? It's like any other sport. You get out of it what you put into it. I always told him that. You get out of it
Mhm.
what you put into it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And look at him now.
Mhm.
So,
And he love keep he continues to put in.
mm,
That's the thing. He doesn't the blessing of it all is that he's humble, you know what I mean,
mm.
as a person. That's really powerful. It's his first job ever in history. That's another powerful fact. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So he's gonna look at that seriously. You know what I mean? That's his first job. It's different. You know what I mean? You're not gonna mess up your first job, and you're gonna always look at it as your job. You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Of course, he's gonna be blessed with more accolades, and there's things to come with endorsements. That's all gonna be the tipping point of holy cow. You know what I mean? Look where I am. I don't think he's gonna look at it like that. I think he's like, I'm finally making money for what I love to do.
Mm,
I don't think he's looking at it like I'm a I'm an NFL player. Oh my God. I
mm.
think he's like, yo, man, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I gotta get to
Mm.
bed early. I told y'all, you know what I mean? I'm gonna play my game. Like I see him post he posted Call of Duty the other day, like it's about to go down or something he put up there. I'm like, yeah, he lit. So he's just
Yeah,
doing what he normally do. So I think the extra endorsements will really be when he understand, oh man, this is bigger than everything.
yeah.
And
He's a brand now. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say he doesn't understand that, and I don't want to get my
oh
words
yeah,
misconstrued.
yeah,
But I just know like him as a person, he's just like, hey, I'm just finally getting a check. Um, and just like in college, if he was still in college, he would be getting a check anyway.
right, right,
And don't get it, them
right.
boys making money.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm like, they don't gotta go to the
yeah. He
NFL
always did
now.
it out of love.
They don't like they don't gotta go to the NFL now. They all getting paid. Like now they gonna make the whole college boys lazy. Watch what happened. Remember, I'm telling you this now. 5 years, the whole league of the NCAA, they gonna be lazy as hell. They gonna be getting fat. Watch.
That's what the talk is about, Caleb about, you know what I'm saying? And also Angel Reese, you know what I'm saying? She got removed from the LSU basketball team like since she became famous. Like You know what I'm saying? She's like the seventh on the NIL list behind
See what I'm saying?
Travis Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she's got like a 2.0 GPA.
I think that
So
was a big mistake, man.
it's definitely catching up. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't for everybody.
Yeah,
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's like he's always handled pressure or not really pressure, just handle things calm. You know, like like he's just calm, man. He's funny as shit, but he's calm, you know what I'm saying, when
yeah.
it comes to like life experiences or whatever. But I wanted to ask you because we're at 1 minute 11 seconds. 111. What would you draft if you was the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Ooh. That's messed up. Um, wow.
We need some
Oh,
wide receivers, yeah. I would say a
yeah.
center for sure.
I was getting ready to say a center. I was literally gonna say a center. I swear to God, I would say a center before a wide receiver. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think we need a wide receiver. I think who do we have backing up GP and DJ
we got Allen Robinson, the veteran,
Robinson? Okay.
and Austin and Pierre. Or Boykin, sorry, not Pierre. Pierre's on defense. Boykin.
Okay.
Shout out to you too, um, Allen. You had that block with Jalen on that 74 TD to the house run. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's M5.
I would say a center. I want a first round draft pick center. Big wide dude with accuracy and the
We
snap.
got that. I
Nah,
mean, do you think we should be passing to Darnell Washington more? Dude, like 6'8". He's bigger than Moof. Why ain't we passing to him? You think?
we didn't even pass the move, man. We passed like
We did
one
a
pass,
screen pass to him.
bro.
Man.
I was
Well,
so
that's the
upset.
thing though. Like Canada was calling the plays, so we have different people calling the plays. So
You're
they
right. I
have
keep
to see,
I
like,
keep going back to it, and I'm not looking at the outcome.
they have to see something somewhat of what the offense was lacking. Were we finished with the Browns game?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
because the bottom line is Canada's gone.
Okay.
We got a new
So
offense. I'm gonna talk like my boy Deke. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
D. Shout out to D.
I like Deke. That dude is cool as hell, man. I like him a lot. I'm a big fan of you, Deke.
Yeah, we are. We are. We
You
are.
know what I mean?
We
You
gotta
know,
get you on the show somehow. Maybe next year. You know what I'm saying? Once we more established, we can
yeah.
get Deke on the show. We claiming it. We claiming it. We claiming it. Deke
Claiming to
always
put
show
it in the
love for
air.
Jalen. Deke always show love for Jalen. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
How he
So
do it? Well, we got a lot to talk about. The
cool, calm,
Pittsburgh
collected.
Steelers. I know you guys gonna probably talk this, talk that. Hey, I still believe what I believe.
What up, bitches? Yeah, shout out Deke.
Yeah, he's
But
funny.
so okay, so predictions for the Cincy game to close us out.
28-14 Steelers.
Hmm. I feel like it could be 28 be the highest we scored this year, right? That would be a statement. I feel
Hmm.
like it would be a statement game, but we in the jungle.
I know.
So if we can
That's why.
quiet them early, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, just not let that rookie. I don't think they're gonna let another rookie beat them though. We got a
Man,
couple of new additions. We got
and
two new
that's the
linebackers.
mindset. That's what I say. We got to get out of that mindset.
As far as
Um,
like rookie,
yeah, because the main man is hurt. and we all
Oh,
do it.
like it's a cakewalk, like, type shit?
Yeah, we all do it. You see what happened with the Cleveland thing? That we focused on Watson. You know what I mean? Now I hear Flacco is going to play for Cleveland. I don't
Why?
know.
That's interesting. They got DTR, he did pretty good.
I think they making a move. But that's my thing. We got to get out of that shit because really this game is a any given Sunday. This is, it doesn't matter how good you are. You see what happened to Detroit yesterday. You know what I mean? Detroit was good and Green Bay beat them. You know what I'm saying? So that's my point. I ain't trying to get into that. Oh, because Joe Burrows is not playing, we're just gonna run right through these guys. Heck no.
Yeah. I mean, they still got Mixon. So, I mean,
Yeah.
they got, I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be a cakewalk game, but I do expect, like you said, we have and the guy on the right that called Jalen Bam Bam, he said, like, he agreed with you. We have a top 10 team.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna see a little bit more of that while we are a top 10 team moving
I
forward.
totally, man. I'm telling you, bro. I know I
Scheming.
ain't
That's what they're talking about, scheming. Canada didn't do any schemes to get Deontay open or to get
nigga was
Pickens open.
regular, man. Yo, oh man, you gotta take that. I don't know. I take that back. Yeah, every time I think about this dude, man, because it forced everything on my boy, man. It forced everything to make my boy look bad, man. And I'm starting to think it was a setup. I'm starting to think he just ain't like Kenny or something. Like that's how I'm thinking. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real. And I know, shouts to the running back coach. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. Yep. Shout out the
Um,
coach.
I know, he did a real good speech and he said me and Matt Canada are friends,
Hmm.
and that was big. That was a great, great speech.
Yeah, I loved it too.
And I appreciate that because you don't get a lot of that straight up stuff from people like that on that level. And I really do appreciate that. But
Yeah.
with that being said, yo, let's be real, bro. Those calls, man. I played John Madden. I would have made better picks than that on a video game. That's all I'm saying, man. And I know it's over with, but we can look at every game and they put it all on my boy. If you do that, you make him look bad anyway. There's no way out of it.
So you think Kenny relieved?
I think Kenny is relieved. I think he's gonna have more control. I think he's gonna be able to loosen up and be himself. I think he's gonna be the quarterback he wants to be, not the quarterback they want him to be.
I can dig it. I mean, I'm looking forward to Sunday. What time does it come on? Do you know?
1 o'clock. It's a 1 o'clock game. And the same thing with J Dub. Like you again, back to the play calling. How you don't give the hot man the ball? Same thing. It's the same thing. It's just a different way of chopping the dragon down. Like you don't give the hot man the ball, and you tell this dude to throw it to this dude. Don't throw it to nobody else. No matter who's on him, I don't care. I mean, make sure you get it that way. You don't know what's going on, and that's just what it seems like, bro. And I just think we're gonna see even in the way they line up like they about to fail. All that tightness, it look like a little V. I go, well, they're running the ball. No motion, no nothing. They just, oh, damn, Najee 1 yard. Of course, they knew exactly where the ball was going. You don't scream to Najee. You don't. Why would you throw a screen pass to Najee Harris?
Maybe he was trying to mix it up.
Nah, that's not Najee's game. Najee
I know,
don't
but
catch
Najee's
screen pass.
gonna, try to make it happen anyway. So he ain't gonna be like. I mean, I know he's saying he was tired of shit, but that's what I'm looking for too. I think him and Jalen may have 100-yard games this coming
Boom.
Sunday because the Bengals' run defense is at the bottom tier.
They're gonna
So
explode on them boys. 1-2 punch, and it's
yeah,
gonna open up that passing game. Then you could do your little screen passes, not to fire and move, but screen it to Jay. Jay is always in the backfield. He'll get open. You know what I mean? You ain't putting him on the slot.
mm.
You could chill. Jay gonna give you a few seconds.
I think
Boom.
they said that Jalen has the most receptions this year. That's not good. Just like they were saying, Minka had the most tackles. You know what I'm saying? Last year, it's not good for a safety to have the most tackles. So I
Mm,
want the passing game to open up too, man. Like it doesn't have to be bombs, but get those guys open, man. Those guys are threats too. But I think we got to scheme ways to get them open instead of just go routes and curls and shit.
yeah.
And at least the middle of the field, like, come on, man, that shit's always open.
Mm. We need
So
to start getting that protection going, man. That
yeah, I'm
protection
looking
is.
for that to improve too. They were saying he can't really do 4 drop steps or that he couldn't have done it against the Browns anyway, because he
Mm,
would have been pummeled if you know what I'm saying. So I'm sure they're gonna clean it up. You know what I mean? I mean, it sucks that it had to be this way because if they would have won, Canada would still be here.
I agree.
So I think they're going to definitely change some things up. I don't. They're not going to go out there the same Steelers team they were the first half of the season or whatever. But
I'm sure they making a difference in practice. What's today? Thursday? You think they practice so
Friday,
far?
yeah,
I mean
yeah.
Friday.
I
I'm
mean
sorry.
Faulkner. I mean, wouldn't be surprised if they put in work yesterday. I mean, Faulkner was saying like, "Yo, yeah, it's Thanksgiving, but you know what I'm saying. We got a game Sunday, so I like that mentality. You know what I mean? Like it's just what I mean. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Mm,
it's Thanksgiving, but that don't mean you still can't put in work for what is to come or whatever. So I admire that a lot. But 24-18, I kind of I wanna stay in that range with you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 24-17 or something. I think Cincinnati will get a field goal somewhere in here. But I do feel like it's going to be a good game for us. I said that against the Browns.
mm. It
So
was a good game, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a good
It
game,
was a
but
good game. It just
just
wasn't
the
no execution.
the execution and the strategy, I should say.
Yep.
The execution of the strategy. Yeah. Cause, our boys played. They did their best. Shout out to y'all, you know what I mean? But yeah, the execution of the strategy. But yeah, still a nation. I know you see this dope uh artwork in that background. That was done by my man at Shop Yins. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check him out. He has so many different prints of these that he's putting on hoodies, t-shirts, and things like that. You can check him out at Shop Yins or shopyins.com. A lot more to come as well. A lot of great things to come. So a lot of exclusive great things to come, I should say. So, make sure you check him out. Let him know we sent you. Close it out for us, man.
Yo, still a nation. We got a big, big game in front of us. A big division game. A very important game. A game that I'm excited about. A game that I know that all the Steeler Nation is excited about. And the game that I hope the players are excited about. And I think we're gonna do this. I really think we're gonna do this, man. So let's go Steelers.
Let's go Steelers.